Independence Day, known collectively as the 4th of July, and is federal holiday in the United States, commemorating and the Declaration's independence, which was certified by the Second Continental Congress on July 4, 1776, establishing the United States of America. The founding father declared of the Second Continental Congress declared that the 13 colonies were no longer subject to the monarch of British King George III and were now united, free, and independent states. The Congress voted of the approved the independence by passing the lead resolutions on 2 July and adopted the Declarations of Independence 2 days later on 4th of July. Independence Day is commonly associated with fireworks, parades, barbecues, carnivals, fairs, picnics, concerts, baseball games, family reunions, political speeches, and ceremonies. In addition, and various other public and private events celebrating history, government, and traditions of the United States. Independence Day is the National Day of the United States.
During the American Revolution, the legal separation of 13 colonies from Great Britain in 1776 actually occurred on July 2nd. The Second Continental Congress voted to approve a Declaration of Independence that had been proposed in June by Richard Henry Lee of Virginia, declaring the United States independent from Great Britain's rule. After voting for independence, Congress turned its attention to the Declaration of Independence, a statement explaining this decision, which had been prepared by the Committee of Five, which of Thomas Jefferson to author its first draft. While Jefferson consulted extensively with the other four members of Committee of Five, he largely wrote the Declaration of Independence in isolation over 17 days between June 11, 1776 and June 28, 1776. From the second floor, he was renting a 3-story private home at 700 Market Street in Philadelphia, now known as the Declaration House, and within walking distance of Independence House. Congress debated and revised the wording of the Declaration, removing Jefferson's rigorous denunciation.
King George III, for importing the slave trade, finally approving it 2 days later on July 4. A day earlier, John Adams wrote to his wife Abigail, "The second day of July 1776 will be the most memorable epoch in the history of America. I am apt to believe that it will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival. It ought to be commemorated as the day of deliverance by some act of devotion to God Almighty. It ought to be some night with pomp and parade, with show, games, sport, guns, bell, bonfire, and illumination from one end of this continent to the other from this time forward forevermore." Adams' prediction was off by 2 days from the outset. Americans celebrate Independence Day on July 4. The day shown on the much publicized Declaration of Independence rather than on July 2. The date the Declaration of Independence was approved in a closed session of Congress.
Historians have long disputed whether members of Congress signed the Declaration of Independence on July 4. Even though Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Benjamin Franklin all later warned that they had signed it on that day, most historians have concluded that the Declaration was signed nearly a month after its adoption on August 2, 1776, and not on July 4, as is commonly believed, by a remarkable coincidence, Thomas Jefferson and John Adams, the only two signatories of the Declaration of Independence, later to serve as Presidents of the United States, both died the same day, July 4, 1826, which was the 50th anniversary of the Declaration. Although not as signatories of the Declaration of Independence, James Monroe, other founding father who was elected president, also died on July 4, 1831, making him the third president who died on the anniversary of independence. The only U.S. president to have been born on Independence Day was Clarence Collins, who was born on July 4, 1872.
Independence Day is a national holiday marked by patriotic displays. Independence Day is a federal holiday, so all non-essential federal institutions are closed on that day, while the legal holiday remains on July 4 if that date happens to be on a Saturday or Sunday. The federal government employees will instead take the day off on the adjacent Friday or Monday, respectively. Families often celebrate Independence Day by hosting or attending a picnic or barbecue. Many take advantage of the day off, and in some years, a long weekend to gather with family members or friends. Parades are often attended in many towns and cities. Fireworks displays typically occur in the evening, some being hours long with many floats and participants. Parades are often held in the mid-late morning, with longer spectacle sometimes extending into the early afternoon at such places as parks, harbor, boats, sporting venues, fairgrounds, public shorelines, or town squares are generally colored red, white, and blue, the colors of the American flag, and many homes and businesses will decorate their properties with miniature American flags.
The night before the vote was wise, the local point of celebrations marked by rockets, gathering often encouraging bonfires as their highlight in New England towns, competed to build towering pyramids assembled from barren and casts. They were lit at nightfall to usher in the celebration, the highest ever were in Salem, Massachusetts, with pyramids composed of as many as 40 tiers of barrel. This made some of the tallest bonfire ever recorded. The costume flourished in the 19th and 20th century and is still practiced in some New England and northeastern towns. Independence Day fireworks are often accompanied by patriotic songs such as the Star Spangled Banner, the American National Anthem, Columbia, the Gem of the Ocean, God Bless America, America the Beautiful, My Country, Trees of Thee, This Land is Your Land, Stars and Stars, Forever, Yankee Doodle, God Bless, the USA and Dixie in Southern State, Live Ever Voice and Sing, and occasionally but has nominally fallen out of favor. Hail Columbia, some of the lyrics recall a mixture of the Revolutionary War or the War of 1812 citations need.
Fireworks shows are held in many states, and many fireworks are sold for personal use or as an alternative to a public show. Safety concerns have led some states to ban fireworks, or limit the size and type allowed. In addition, local and regional conditions may dictate whether the sale or use of fireworks in an area will be allowed. For example, the global supply chain crisis following the COVID-19 pandemic forced cancellation of shows. Some local or regional fireworks sales are limited or prohibited because of dry weather or other specific concerns. On this occasion, the public may be prohibited from purchasing or discharging fireworks, but professional display, such as those at sport events, may still take place. A salute of one gun for each state in the United States, called a salute to the Union, is fired on Independence Day at noon by any capable military base. New York City has the largest fireworks display in the country, sponsored by Macy's, with more than 22 tons of pyrotechnics exploded in 2009. It generally holds display in the East River. Other major displays are in Seattle on Lake Union, in San Diego over Mission Bay, in Boston on the Shaw River, in Philadelphia over the Philadelphia Museum of Art, in San Francisco over the San Francisco Bay, and on the National Mall in Washington, D.C. During the annual Winter Detroit International Freedom Festival, Detroit, Michigan hosts one of the largest fireworks displays in North America over the Detroit River to celebrate Independence Day in conjunction with Windsor, Ontario celebration of Canada Day. The first week of July is typically one of the busiest. The first week of July is typically one of the busiest United States travel period of the year, as many people use what is often a 3-day holiday weekend for extended vacation trip.
The Philippines celebrate July 4 as its Republic Day to commemorate the day in 1946, when it is considered to be the U.S. territory, and the United States officially recognized Philippines independent. July 4 was intentionally chosen by the United States because it corresponds to its Independence Day. And this day was observed in the Philippines as Independence Day until 1962. In 1964, the name of the July 4 holiday was changed to Republic Day. Liberty National Park in Denmark is said to hold the largest July 4 celebration outside of the United States.